From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning and happy Thanksgiving. You can see right now we're taking a live look at the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. You can kind of see it up in the air. There's that little glisten to the lights, that cloud layer starting to lower, which means that the fog is starting to close in on the Tri-Cities. Now, in Hermiston and in Walla Walla and in Yakima and in Sunnyside, in those locations, we're seeing some very thick fog for this morning, so that would be good reason to take it slow on the roadways, use the low beams, and also some of the roadways might be a little bit slick as some of this is some freezing fog. So we do have a freezing fog advisory in place for the Yakima Valley, for the lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue Foothills. That runs until 10 o'clock this morning. Speaking of freezing, yeah, pretty much all of these temperatures this morning are either at or below freezing. The only exception would be here in the Tri-Cities. We're at 35 degrees, but the rest of us either at or below 32. So good reason to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. Good reason to break out the ice scraper. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. AM Valley Basin and foothill fog for today and for tomorrow, but Thanksgiving Day looking dry and cold. Looks like we hang on to that weather through the weekend. I'll have more to say about this forecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, accounts still not in order in the city of Mabton. We're tracking the latest this morning. And overdoses on the rise across the region, how health officials say anyone can help. And it's Thanksgiving, turkey trots galore, all the details if you want to get out and run today on the way.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald filling in for Jessica this morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's get straight into our news coverage this morning. After 11 months of spending without guidelines or oversight, the city of Mabton has finally passed a 2024 budget to legalize that spending. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us their accounts still aren't in order.
The city's finances haven't been in line for more than 2 years, a fact that's frustrated both citizens and council members, leading to meetings filled with tension and interruptions.
You're not being ready. We need to stop it. We've been doing this every Tuesday, every second Tuesday. When are we going to move on, guys?
Now, more concerns about the 2025 budget, which isn't based on spending this year or the previous 2 years.
There are a lot of discrepancies and accounting errors in the past more than 2 years that you have me, one person, trying to go through and fix.
That's why they had to go back to the 2021 budget from before Mayor Rachel Ruelas took office and adjust it for inflation to come up with the proposed budget for 2025, which created its own discrepancies, like projecting a 600% increase in cemetery revenue next year, despite a sharp decline in revenue over the past several years. The 2025 budget also showing big gaps in certain funds between how much the city spent this year and what they have budgeted for next year, including 85% less on fuel for Parks Department vehicles, 80% more on the library, and 78% more on prosecuting attorney fees.
Those numbers are based on the best estimations with the information as it sits.
Plus, lingering questions over certain expenditures, like the mayor spending $3,461 on a city credit card for mayor's supplies this year, 11 times as much as the previous 3 years combined. The mayor says that number includes paper, pens, calendars, tablets, and other supplies she purchased to share with staff. But no itemized list was presented, and only $280 is budgeted for next year.
How can we assume that 25 budget is going to be right? We can't without 24 being done right.
A budget is always an estimation. A budget is what you do ahead of time. You never know for a fact exactly how many pennies you're going to bring in.
The city is still not clear on how much it has left in federal COVID relief funds. Some council members pushing for a splash pad. But in a split vote near the end of the meeting, the council agreed to spend whatever they do have left on water issues, including a study for a pilot project to build a mini water treatment facility and a tank mixer.
We're going to go ahead and adjourn this meeting at 7:21.
I just wanted to say again, if anybody wants to speak with me, I will be outside.
Council members Vera Zavala and Sophia Sotelo came out to tell me that they're glad that they finally passed the 2024 budget. But after 5 months of repeated attempts, Mayor Rachel Ruelas still refuses to answer questions about the city's financial issues. Reporting from the Acoma newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. The Kittitas County Public Health Department issuing a warning saying the county has seen a significant increase in overdoses. At this time, health officials say it is unclear why the overdoses are on the rise again, but it could be the opioids in the region are more potent or combined with other drugs leading to the increase. We first brought you this story earlier this week with Umatilla County in Oregon also reporting a high number of overdoses. Health officials recommend people be aware of the signs and symptoms of overdose, as well as carry naloxone or Narcan to help in an emergency. Also, don't be afraid to call 911. Now to a follow-up on the Slide Ranch fire, a wildfire that destroyed property in the White Swan area earlier this summer. The 2-week deadline to apply for FEMA assistance is 2 weeks away. The deadline to apply is Monday, December 16th. People affected by the Slide Ranch fire can get funding to help with home repairs, damaged vehicles, and personal property. They can also get covered for items used for ceremonial purposes. The Slide Ranch fire back in June of this year destroyed 16 homes and damaged other property, leaving some people with nothing to go back to. Before you take part in the Thanksgiving feast today, consider taking part in the 21st annual American Red Cross Run for the Red Turkey Trot. There are multiple races across the region, but the one in Kennewick starts at 9 a.m. Runners and walkers of all ages are invited down to Columbia Park to trot a 1 mile or a 5K course. Registration begins at 7:30 a.m. and it costs $30. All proceeds go to the Red Cross Home Fire Campaign, which offers resources and support for people who experience a home fire or for fire education. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, exactly how many people are heading to the skies this week? It's one of the busiest travel weeks of the year. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest will be back in just a moment.
Celebrate the season at Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend, December 6th through the 8th. Enjoy wine straight from the barrel, festive markets, charming shops, and the dazzling parade of lights. It's the perfect holiday weekend for the whole family. Visit Walla Walla December 6th through the 8th and taste the season.
Unwrap smoother skin this season with Curve Appeal. Imagine flawless, touchable skin with pain-free laser hair removal using our new Splendor X machine. Right now, sessions starting as low as $60. Only 6 sessions needed. Don't wait. It's the perfect treat for yourself or someone special. And for the holidays, give the gift of confidence and beauty with our Curve Appeal gift certificates. Book now and let us bring out your holiday glow with Splendor X. CurveAppealTC.com.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No water needed. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
We all have that friend with amazing skin. Don't just envy her. Get glowing skin of your own with a professional facial, customized just for you. Massage Envy, where better skin begins. Give the gift of me time this year with a gift card.
Too busy being busy? Then it's about time you got lazy. Real lazy. And shop the brand that invented truly comfortable furniture. So kick your feet up, because Lazy Boy is now at Furniture Row. Browse and drowse in our collection of stylish and customizable recliners and sofas, and experience the durability and relaxation you've come to expect from Lazy Boy. Plus, unwind guilt-free with special no-interest financing. Here's to doing less in some well-deserved comfort with the Lazy Boy collection, now at Furniture Row.
It's that time of year for George has gone crazy just in time for Black Friday. Only at Ranch and Home. Allen Rock Creek Stocking Foot chest waders regularly $89.99, now just $50. Get a Ridgeline 42 gun safe regularly $899.99, now just $599.99. Huge savings on a Louisiana Black Label 1200 barbecue, on sale now for just $799.99. George has gone crazy just in time for Black Friday at Ranch and Home.
Ranch and Home!
Celebrate the season at Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend, December 6th through the 8th. Enjoy wine straight from the barrel, festive markets, charming shops, and the dazzling parade of lights. It's the perfect holiday weekend for the whole family. Visit Walla Walla December 6th through the 8th and taste the season.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest, and I hope you're having a better Thanksgiving morning than this person. Looks like someone got stuck out on Oregon 204 at Tollgate, as there is packed snow, and you do have to carry chains here. And this is why we tell you to pack that winter safety kit, because imagine if this person is stuck out there without a non-perishable food item, or without water, without blankets, and of course without tire chains. That would be a pretty tough situation, so hopefully that person found the help that they need. Okay, temperatures right now in the 20s in Kittitas County. You'll almost certainly need an ice scraper this morning, and you'll need to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. We're seeing mid-20s to low 30s in the Yakima Valley. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, looks like all of us are in the 30s at this point. Still, Tri-Cities and Boardman, the only spots in our viewing area for this morning that are above freezing. And it looks like all of us are below freezing in the Blue Foothills and in the Blue Mountains as well. Look at 15 degrees in Meacham this morning. Okay, here's your day planner for the lower elevations. By 8 this morning, should still have plenty of fog in the Yakima Valley, in the Basin, and in the foothills. We'll start to see some partial clearing by lunchtime in the Basin, but then by 4 p.m. looks like even the foothills and the valleys will also will move past the foggy part of the day, but still have partly to mostly cloudy skies. These highs today are going to be chilly. We'll have a hard time making it to 40 degrees. Here's your 3-day forecast real quick for some of these local or regional destinations. Seattle, temperatures in the mid-40s over the next few days. We're going to be in the mid-40s as well. In Portland, we'll have some foggy mornings. And then in Spokane, we'll also have a tough time making it to 40 degrees. I'll have more to say about today's forecast locally coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Millions of Thanksgiving travelers have already passed through airport security checkpoints. Tuesday, the TSA screened nearly 2.7 million travelers. That's about 50,000 more travelers than the same day last year. The busiest days to fly will be today and Sunday, with more than 3 million passengers expected on each day. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, people showed up to speak to the Richland School Board this week. They say paraeducator layoffs do not just affect those who may lose their jobs, but also the students in the district. That story is coming up.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Light up the holidays and the road at Overturf Kia. Drive smarter with the all-around rugged Kia Telluride. 2024 Kia Telluride EX with captain's chairs, tow package, seating for 7, and all-wheel drive starts at $47,910. Plus, get 4.99% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree, with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
Loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. Loving a pizza, I've been loving a pizza. Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. And Yakima's Hotel.
How about a pizza from Tony's Big Cheese for dinner tonight?
And with some amazing cheese bread.
And yummy chicken wings. I want that way.
When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Thank you so much.
What's new, what's now, and what's next? Plus First Alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
We wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving on Live with Winston Duke, plus Kim Fields.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Oh, stuffing, mashed potatoes, turkey.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We continue to track the fog this morning. Now, from this view in Richland, this view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel, we're not seeing that much fog, but we do know that it's closing in on the Tri-Cities as we have essentially no visibility in Hermiston or in Walla Walla. It's pretty shabby in the Yakima Valley as well. So in those locations, take it slow. Use the low beams on the roadways, and some of those roadways could have a little coating of ice as it is freezing fog this morning as we're below freezing pretty much across the region except from the Tri-Cities. We're at 35 degrees here. A little bit later today, we'll have highs that'll be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year, so a lot of us are going to struggle to even warm up to 40 degrees. The fog should mostly dissipate by the late morning, although there could be some isolated pockets of fog that last very deep into the day. Winds will be light, and when the fog does mix out, we're going to be left over with partly to mostly cloudy skies. And then for tonight, overnight lows dropping down into the 20s again. We'll have more fog returning again to the foothills, basin and valleys. So once again, this could be some more freezing fog, and I think all of us are going to have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. We'll continue to keep it about 5 to 10 degrees below average over the next 7 days in the Tri-Cities, so we'll continue to struggle to make it to 40 degrees. Pretty cold stuff, pretty dry stuff over the next 7 days as well. We'll have little 10% shower chances in the foothills and Cascades for tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be more of those ticky-tack shower chances through Tuesday. Our next real tangible chance of rain or snow is going to hold off until the middle of next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Foggy over the next couple of days with just a few breaks of sunshine, staying dry and cold through at least Tuesday. Then in Yakima, also dealing with stubborn fog for Thursday and Friday, maybe some relief by Saturday and Sunday. In Ellensburg, winds picking up for tomorrow, then more cold and dry weather through Tuesday. In Hermiston, foggy scenes for Thursday and Friday, but hopefully less fog this weekend with more dry weather. Then in Walla Walla, also contending with foggy conditions for the next couple days, and maybe even a flurry for the morning of Black Friday.
Thank you, Josh. Dozens of paraeducators are still in fear of losing their jobs within the Richland School District. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports how the paraeducator cuts aren't only affecting the staff.
Many people who got up to speak at the school board meeting say it is directly impacting the students. Staff members also let the board know the role paraeducators have in the classroom. A Hanford High School librarian of 18 years says without paraeducators, making sure each student gets the help they deserve isn't going to go as smoothly.
Without peers to support me, I don't know how to adequately meet the needs of the 2,000 students at my school. This is a daunting future. My peers support me so that I can support everyone else at my school. The parents, the students, the staff. That is my job. That has been my joy the last 9 years.
Thank you. Your time is up.
Nicole Pratt, a general education paraeducator at Hanford High School, says when she came across the salaries of some RSD officials, she was left with many questions. She says the budget crisis RSD is facing has a direct impact on the students, leaving her wanting answers.
I'm really getting frustrated with talking about how you care about us, and teachers and students, and then your actions are completely different than that. And this is not happening to them. It is happening to us. It is happening to the students, the teachers, because of their inability to get the finances under control. And I hate that I even know about this because it hurts my heart. These kids and my people at Hanford are my family. I have approached it like that, and all of a sudden that doesn't matter.
At this time, RSD has yet to announce how many paras along with other staff members will no longer be working within their district due to the budget issue it's facing. Reporting in Richland, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
The school board says this change is not going to be easy and it may affect some more than others. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma will have an in-depth report on this in the coming weeks. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a turkey terrorizing a town just before Thanksgiving. We meet the menace who some call Tom and others call Fred. That's coming up in just a few.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. The competition is fierce, but the rewards are all yours. Because when we push the limits, you drive away with more. This is an all-out battle for sales supremacy as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best experience, the vehicle you've been waiting for. Will you find your way home? Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Save on a new Subaru Crosstrek today during the 2024 Subaru Share the Love event from McCurley Subaru.
Prosser Digestive Health Center is now offering gastroenterology services daily, including weekends. Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg provides the full spectrum of digestive health care. His services include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
It's Black Friday at More Furniture. We've rolled back pricing in every department just in time for the holidays. And with brand new stock arriving daily, you'll find exactly what you need in stock, on sale, and ready for immediate delivery to your home. Hurry into your local More Furniture today for the best selection. On Black Friday, our showrooms will be open at 9 a.m. and close at 9 p.m. A full 12 hours to shop Black Friday specials. Preview all Black Friday specials online at morefurniture.com.
From the Apple Valley News Now family to your family, happy Thanksgiving.
Welcome back. A turkey has been terrorizing a South Jersey community, so some call him Tom and some call him Fred.
But whatever you want to call him, he's now the talk of the town, but not for all the right reasons. The turkey has been known to run around town, stop traffic, scare people, and even chase after them. Take a look.
Within minutes of our arrival on Caulfield Avenue in Deptford, we found our subject.
I could sit on my front porch and say, "Come on, Fred, breakfast time." He'll come moseying on down the driveway.
Kim Kioki sees the turkey she calls Fred nearly every day.
Good therapy for me.
She says peanuts are his favorite and birdseed, and she says this is his typical demeanor.
He knows that I'm no threat to him. Animals can sense.
But Fred has been known to stop traffic along Clements Bridge Road.
I could be inside my house here and I can hear, and I'm like, uh-oh, Fred's in the street.
He's like the town mascot, but he does bother the cars. He pecks the sides of the cars.
And across the street at DHY Motorsports,
it literally just freaking ran after me.
Numerous instances of the turkey causing trouble have been caught on camera.
We love him, but he's a little bit of a jerk.
Here you can see him chasing down a customer.
He pecks at your car and just goes after you. And if you run, he runs.
Also, they call him Tom over here.
I know he has a couple other names, but Tom the turkey just seems to fit.
Some have joked about him becoming a Thanksgiving meal, something his fans don't appreciate.
When he's feeling extra crispy, a lot of people like to say, "I'm going to put him on my dinner table and eat him," but we don't like talk like that.
I am obsessed with the story of Tom/Fred the turkey. I saw this story first last night, and I was like, I must share.
Yeah, and that must be like, we were talking about this during the break, but that must be a really small town. I mean, they all know about the turkey.
They all know about him. It must be a small town. They got there with their camera crew and instantly found him.
Yeah, and a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say about him, so I hope he gets through today in one piece. That's all I'm going to say.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, an update to the failed negotiations between HMIS and the Hanford Security Officer Union. Union workers locked out when they try to go to work. We hear from the union president. Plus, the Downtown Association of Yakima is holding its Small Business Saturday event this weekend. Why the community is encouraged to shop local. We'll be right back with the next half hour right after this.
What are you up to, Alice?
Well, the nice mechanic asked me to check the pulleys.
Wow, I just realized you can see things we can't. I've always wondered what's in those small windows.
It's marketing.
So that's where they hide out.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
What does dino casting call mean?
That seems bad.
I'll get my resume ready.
Indulge in Legends Casino's seafood buffet experience. Discover a feast of premium crab legs, succulent shrimp, and an array of delectable ocean-inspired dishes. Elevate your evenings with Legends Seafood Buffet every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
McCurdy's been around so long. A lot of people bought their cars here. Our customers are somebody that wants to be able to come back to us after they buy that car for whatever reason.
Which is one of the reasons we do take so much effort in making sure that they're going to be drivable for a long period of time.
So that's your daily journey. And so it's a lot more than just purchasing or something or a quick transaction. We're going to be here tomorrow to help you with whatever's on the car. Buying pre-owned with McCurdy means your vehicle meets a higher standard.
Find your way home in a McCurdy certified pre-owned vehicle from Mercedes-Benz of Tri-Cities.
It's that time of year for George has gone crazy just in time for Black Friday. Only at Ranch and Home. Spend $150 or more on boots and get a $25 gift card. Toys are 20% off. Dog beds are also 20% off. Get a 100-gallon transfer tank for $399.99. Store-wide savings. Hurry in while supplies last. George has gone crazy just in time for Black Friday sale at Ranch and Home.
Ranch and Home. Shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and cheeks and mouth and
skilled professionals helping you to be your best. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Give the gift of me time this year with a gift card.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% APR for up to 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
From the Apple Valley News Now family to your family, happy Thanksgiving. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanksgiving.
It's Thursday. It's quite foggy outside.
Yes.
It's been looking very spooky. Is that going to kind of stay throughout the day?
It's going to stay through the late morning. This image right here in Toppenish, this reminds me of an episode of SpongeBob where there's like a maniac on the run. It turns out SpongeBob's the maniac,
yes,
but there's like a scene where he's standing under a light post and it's really dark and really spooky. I don't know, I just thought I'd share that on this Thanksgiving morning. Yes, this view is coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel in Toppenish. You can see in the lower valley a lot of thick fog for this morning. In Hermiston, the visibility is nothing. In Walla Walla, the visibility is nothing. So in these locations, of course, take it slow out there, use the low beams. And you don't just want to take it slow because the visibility is reduced, but also there could be a thin coating of ice on some of the roadways, some black ice, as this is freezing fog. We have a freezing fog advisory that runs until 10 this morning for the Yakima Valley, for the lower Columbia Basin, and for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. Speaking of freezing temperatures, yeah, we're in the 20s and 30s in the Yakima Valley, 30s in the lower Columbia Basin, technically above freezing in the Tri-Cities, but only by 3 degrees. And we're right around 30 in the foothills of the Blue Mountains. So as you're headed out the front door for this morning, heavy jacket weather, but honestly, it's going to be heavy jacket weather all throughout the day, as we're going to struggle to make it to 40 in the Tri-Cities. Today's going to be cold and foggy. Thankfully, the winds won't make it even colder, but I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Hanford security police officers locked out after the union fails to reach an agreement with the Hanford Mission Integration Solutions. After 2 months of negotiations, they couldn't agree on a new contract. HGU Local 21 police officers couldn't report to work, so they went to work on the picket lines.
While it's always been a possibility, Chris Hall says he didn't want it to come to this.
This has never happened before, actually. Part of the process going through negotiations is we bring a proposal to the body that the company has given us. They vote on it, and in this case, it got voted down.
Hall is president of Hanford Guard Union Local 21. He says negotiations with HMIS have been going on since September, with both parties unable to come to an agreement. Hanford patrol officers are commissioned law enforcement hired by the Department of Energy. While the workers are part of a union and their contract was expiring, they had the option to organize a strike. The union took a strike authorization vote, which means they could strike if they wanted to. That vote was approved. However, Hall says they never said they were going to bring that to the table.
We did let the company know that because the question was asked, were you giving us notification that you're actually going on strike? We said no. We're just letting you know that the strike authorization passed, that they feel this passionate about these needs.
Hall says the union wanted more transparency, as well as discussions on wages and working hours. He said they've been working with contracts that were in place 70 to 80 years ago. Renee Brooks, who is communication manager for HMIS, sent Apple Valley News a statement regarding the negotiations, saying HMIS will continue to negotiate in good faith with the Hanford Guards Union beginning Monday, December 2nd, with the presence of a federal mediator. The original contract expired on November 1st and has been extended 3 times before expiring on November 27th. Ensuring the safety and security of Hanford is our #1 priority, and we will continue to ensure that national security interests are protected and that Hanford operations continue to be safe and secure while we continue to negotiate a new collective bargaining agreement with the Hanford Guards Union.
Hall and other HGU Local 21 members walked the picket lines at John Dam Plaza in Richland. Hall says he's unsure what will take place going into Monday's next bargaining session. A Richland man is facing charges of driving under the influence after a head-on crash in Grant County. Authorities say 28-year-old Taras Parkochuk was driving northbound on State Route 17 about 10 miles north of Moses Lake when he crossed the center line and hit a vehicle going southbound head-on. The driver of that car, a 32-year-old man from Moses Lake, was taken to the hospital. Their condition is not yet known. Authorities say drugs or alcohol played a factor in the crash. Also in Grant County, the sheriff's office says deputies arrested a 12-year-old boy yesterday afternoon for driving a stolen car. Authorities say the boy stole his grandfather's car and headed to Moses Lake. Deputies found the car just before 10:30 Wednesday, parked on Lowry Street, but the preteen then took off, leading deputies on a chase. Authorities say deputies did a pit maneuver, which then disabled the car. The boy was taken to the Juvenile Justice Center on suspicion of felony eluding and driving a stolen vehicle. Authorities say no one was hurt. The Yakima Fire Department is investigating a deadly house fire that happened early yesterday morning. It happened in the 2200 block of South 10th Avenue around 5 a.m. Wednesday. Deputy Fire Chief Goldsmith says when firefighters got to the home, they found the fire had burned itself out. However, 2 adults and 1 child were found dead. At this time, their deaths are not considered suspicious, but the cause of the fire is under investigation. Authorities in northwestern Oregon are suspending the search for a missing hiker. 61-year-old Susan Lane Fournier went hiking with her 2 dogs along a mountainous trail last week. Searchers began looking for her after her employer reported she did not show up for work last Friday. Investigators say they have suspended the search based on weather conditions and the likelihood of her survival. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office is still investigating her disappearance and is treating it as a missing persons case. The Downtown Association of Yakima is hosting its annual Small Business Saturday event this weekend, encouraging the community to shop local. One new business, Yakima Finds, is hosting its grand opening. But for every 5 businesses you visit and 1 purchase, you earn 1 entry into a raffle for one of these several baskets featuring gifts from local shops. Plus, each business offers its own unique deals, freebies, and promotions.
A lot of people are geared towards Black Friday and shopping in big corporate areas. So this is a really good chance to shop local and support those small businesses in our town that everybody really loves.
The event goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday. For a map, list of businesses, and more details, visit downtownyakima.com. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a look at your day with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
From the Apple Valley News Now family to your family, happy Thanksgiving.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus where we feel like we're a one-stop shop. Primary care is everything that you do here at the Pacific Clinic. We really focus on preemptive care. And what that means to us is going out and playing tennis and working on that proprioception, that balance, that social aspect, flexibility, all those things.
Living an active lifestyle is extremely important to our health. Research shows that just by incorporating exercise into our daily lives, we can reduce our risk of cardiovascular disease by 50%. So cutting your risk in half is amazing, and just by incorporating regular exercise, we add years to our life.
Stress is the primary reason why living an active lifestyle is so important, because it reduces stress. Stress brings on anxiety, depression, all of the things that we don't want to feel.
So there's some really good benefits to cold therapy, specifically with regards to neurotransmitters. What's important about those neurotransmitters is when they go up, it improves your mood. And so it's become a really good treatment option for depression. And as far as the hot therapy, things like a sauna are really good at preventing cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's disease, and even some respiratory diseases. I would recommend that folks take advantage of all the services we have to offer here at the clinic. You can make significant strides toward improving your health by utilizing all that we have to offer.
At State Fair Park, the lights will glow. A dazzling, twinkling holiday show. The 5th Annual Light Festa Drive-Through Delight. Presented by Giza Credit Union, so merry and bright. From December 12th to the 22nd, a magical journey is to be expected. So get your tickets and join the fun. At State Fair Park for everyone. Not even a Grinch could say bah humbug to this. So visit statefairpark.org for your holiday bliss.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house, because the Tempur-Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Thank you so much for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
Put some good in your morning with the #1 most watched morning TV station in town.
Now that's good.
Apple Valley News Now.
We're on your side.
we wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving on Live with Winston Duke, plus Kim Fields.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Oh, stuffing, mashed potatoes, turkey.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast, starting off in Kittitas County, where these highs today are going to struggle to make it to 40 degrees. The fog isn't going to be as prevalent in the Kittitas Valley as it will be in the Yakima Valley. A lot of thick fog here this morning, especially in the lower valley. I'm thinking it'll mostly clear out by the late morning, although there could be some isolated pockets of fog that last deep into the afternoon. These highs are going to end up in the mid to upper 30s. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, we're going to be stuck at 40 in the Tri-Cities and Umatilla and Hermiston, and probably a little bit colder than that in Benton City and Hanford, but you can see just another zone that's going to be cold and foggy for this morning, and it's going to be the same thing in the Blue Foothills, which could be a little bit warmer in the low to mid 40s, but up in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains will also be in the upper 30s to low 40s. Okay, now let's talk about the big picture, not just the rainfall deficits and surpluses and the snowfall deficits and surpluses, but the biggest numbers, the reservoir levels, specifically in the Yakima Basin, because this is run by the Bureau of Reclamation, and they are really good at archiving their data so we can compare this year's numbers to historical numbers. And folks, it's not looking too good. All of these basins between 60 to 80% below where they should be for this time of the year. Now, the good news is that we're running rainfall surpluses for the season so far, and snowfall surpluses. So later in the winter, in the early spring, that'll melt, that'll improve some of these numbers, but by how much, that's the big question. And so we're just going to have to continue to track those numbers throughout the rest of winter. But for a more short scale forecast, we'll have another look at today's Thanksgiving Day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. That's coming up in your morning sprint.
Legends Casino Hotel is giving away a 2025 Honda Pilot on December 26th. Plus, gift boxes of cash up to $10,000 every Thursday. Use your Legends Rewards card all month long for your chance to win $2, $4, $8, and $10,000. We know we tried giving away cars for Christmas as stocking stuffers and under the tree, but they just wouldn't fit. So this year, we just put a big sloppy bow on the Honda Pilot, and you'll have to come get it after Christmas.
Sundown M Ranch promotes patient-centered integrated care that focuses on the mind, body, and spirit. At Sundown M Ranch, the patient is the reason we are here. We take pride in our reputation of assisting individuals and family members through a difficult process with compassion, respect, and confidentiality.
Sundown M Ranch saved my life.
Last month, I celebrated 31 years of sobriety.
Sundown M Ranch. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
It's Black Friday at More Furniture. We've rolled back pricing in every department just in time for the holidays. And with brand new stock arriving daily, you'll find exactly what you need in stock, on sale, and ready for immediate delivery to your home. Hurry into your local More Furniture today for the best selection. On Black Friday, our showrooms will be open at 9 a.m. and close at 9 p.m. A full 12 hours to shop Black Friday specials. Preview all Black Friday specials online at morefurniture.com.
And now a joke from Yoke's Fresh Market.
What type of key can't open any doors? A turkey.
During fall and winter, weather can change fast.
We're always looking ahead for the next weather event that could impact our area.
First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now. On your side.
On your side.
Always on your side.
From the Apple Valley News Now family to your family. Happy Thanksgiving. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We continue to take a look at Toppenish as, the fog is certainly down in the lower valley for this morning. It does look like visibility is starting to improve a little bit in Sunnyside, but Yakima, technically at the airport, no visibility. And we're seeing some tough visibility in Hermiston and in Walla Walla. So in those locations, take it slow on the roadways, use the low beams, and this could be some freezing fog as our temperatures for this morning are mostly below 32 degrees, which is that freezing threshold. So right around 30 in the foothills, mostly around 30 in the basin, and then actually either at 30 or below that for the most part in the valley. So all of us need to bundle up for this morning. Pretty much all of us need to break out the ice scraper as well. A little bit later today, we're going to have highs that'll end up being about 5 degrees below average for Thanksgiving Day. So we're going to struggle to make it to 40 degrees. The fog that is on the map for this morning should mostly dissipate by the late morning, although there could be some isolated pockets of some more stubborn fog that could last deep into the afternoon. And then for this evening, the fog is going to return into the foothills, into the basin, into the valleys. Once again, this would be freezing fog, and overnight lows, of course, to add to that fact, are going to drop down into the 20s. So another good reason to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. We're going to keep it just about this cold, if not getting a little bit colder into next week, but in general, we'll stay about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year, keeping it pretty dry as well. Now, there will be about 10% chances of showers in the foothills and in the Cascades for tomorrow, but in general, these little ticky-tack shower chances, the more tangible stuff, in all likelihood, is going to hold off until the middle to later portions of next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Foggy over the next couple days with a few breaks of sunshine, staying dry and cold through at least Tuesday. In Yakima, also dealing with stubborn fog for Thursday and Friday, maybe some relief by Saturday and Sunday. In Ellensburg, winds picking up for Friday, then more cold and dry weather through Tuesday. In Hermiston, foggy scenes for Thursday and Friday, but hopefully less fog this weekend with more dry weather. Then for Walla Walla, also continuing with foggy conditions for the next couple days, and who knows, maybe even a flurry for the morning of Black Friday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, behind the scenes at the oldest Thanksgiving Day parade in the country. The Philadelphia Thanksgiving Parade, now in its 105th year.
Don't worry, I'll be there.
And this morning, GMA showing you all the last-minute preps before the cavalcade of balloons, floats, and performers takes over the city of brotherly love.
It is all a flurry of behind-the-scenes activities right now. Checking costumes, performances, checking floats.
Happy Thanksgiving! The Eagles cheerleader serving up an extra helping of good vibes this morning. And at their rehearsals, the Betsy Daily dancers really putting the kick into Christmas kickoff. Coming up at 7 a.m., Good Morning America is your Thanksgiving Day parade destination. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Gans, ABC News, Philadelphia.
For people who feel limited by the unpredictability of generalized myasthenia gravis, season to season, Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living and reduced muscle weakness. And Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year for a predictable routine I can count on.
Ultomiris may lower your immune system's ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal and other infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal. Complete or update meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before you start. If treatment is urgent and you're not vaccinated, you should receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Don't start if you have a meningococcal infection. Infusion reactions may include back, belly, limb, or chest pain, muscle spasms, spasms, blood pressure changes, tiredness, shaking chills, bad taste, breathing problems, or face, tongue, or throat swelling. Ultomiris is continuous symptom control. Ask your neurologist about starting Ultomiris.
Now, the morning sprint.
Welcome back. It's 6:49 in your national headlines this morning. A shocking discovery on board a Delta Airlines flight from New York to Paris. Airline authorities say a stowaway was found on the plane. TSA says the individual did not have a boarding pass. However, the person did complete security screening and bypassed 2 identity verification and boarding status stations. It's unclear how the person was able to bypass the boarding stations. The Biden administration is loaning electric vehicle manufacturer Rivian billions of dollars to restart construction on a factory in Georgia. Rivian, in a statement, says it hopes to close on the federal loan quickly. The company says its Georgia facility will eventually employ about 7,500 workers and hopes to begin producing cars in 2028. In your business headlines this morning, the FTC has launched a sweeping antitrust investigation of Microsoft. The newest investigation might be short-lived. President-elect Donald Trump is likely to replace current FTC chair when he takes office. His administration could also toss out current investigations at the agency. And a federal judge gave final approval to a settlement that will have a big impact on the real estate industry. Groups of home sellers brought lawsuits against the National Association of Realtors for its standard commission structure, saying it was a violation of antitrust laws. The real estate trade group reached a deal to settle back in March. The $418 million settlement also includes rule changes related to agent commissions, which took effect in August. As part of the settlement, the NAR continues to deny any wrongdoing. In your health headlines this morning, a federal rule change will allow for easier access to kidney and liver transplants for people with HIV. HHS officials say people with HIV who need those transplants can now receive organs from donors who also have the virus without having to be part of a research study. The Biden administration says the rule change should reduce wait times and expand access to organ transplants. Before 2013, the United States did not permit HIV-positive organ donations. In your sports headlines, the whiskey brand he helped create is now dropping UFC fighter Conor McGregor over his sexual assault case. The parent company of Proper No. 12 says it will no longer use McGregor's name and likeness to help market the brand. The move comes after an Irish jury found him liable for sexual assault. McGregor was instrumental in launching the brand, which is now one of the top-selling whiskeys in the U.S. But a number of retailers in the U.K. have already started pulling the brand. McGregor denies that he choked a woman and threatened to kill her. He says he will appeal. Here's the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning. Before taking part in the Thanksgiving feast today, consider taking part in the 21st Annual American Red Cross Run for the Red Turkey Trot. There are multiple races across the region, but one in Kennewick starts at 9 a.m. Runners and walkers of all ages are invited down to Columbia Park to trot a 1-mile or a 5K course. Registration begins at 7:30 a.m. and it costs $30. All proceeds go to the Red Cross Home Fire Campaign, which offers resources and support for those who experience a home fire or for fire education. The Downtown Association of Yakima is hosting its Small Business Saturday event this weekend, encouraging the community to shop local. One new business, Yakima Finds, is hosting its grand opening. But for every 5 businesses you visit and 1 purchase, you earn 1 entry into a raffle for one of several baskets featuring gifts from local shops. Plus, each business offers its own unique deals, freebies, and promotions. The event goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday. For a map, list of businesses, and more details, visit downtownyakima.com. The Kittitas County Public Health Department is issuing a warning saying the county has seen a significant increase in overdoses. At this time, health officials say it is unclear why the overdoses are on the rise again, but it could be the opioids in the population are more potent or combined with other drugs leading to the increase. We first brought you this story earlier this week with Umatilla County in Oregon also reporting a high number of overdoses. Health officials recommend people be aware of the signs and symptoms of overdose, as well as carry naloxone or Narcan to help in an emergency. Also, don't be afraid to call 911. The Yakima Fire Department is investigating a deadly house fire that happened early yesterday morning. It happened in the 2200 block of South 10th Avenue before around 5 a.m. Deputy Fire Chief Goldsmith says when firefighters got to the home, they found the fire had burned itself out. However, 2 adults and 1 child were found dead. At this time, the deaths are not suspicious, but the cause of the fire is under investigation. County canvassing boards across the state of Washington have certified county-level results for the 2024 general election. Since November 5th, counties have been doing audits and verifying returns. Nearly 4 million people in the state of Washington participated in the 2024 general election with federal, state, and local races and measures. The Office of the Secretary of State will certify the statewide results on December 4th, which finalizes all state and federal results. All right, so let's get into our trending segment. So get this, now you can do something else while singing in the shower. Empty your bladder. So according to the urology department at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles, there's little risk associated with urinating while showering. However, the researchers stress people should not urinate while in baths or hot tubs because warm, stagnant water is full of fungi and bacteria.
Why did we need to research that? I could have told you it's okay. I mean, I would prefer if you peed in the toilet, but if you pee in the shower, okay, don't pee in the tub. Did we really actually have to, I'm sure that actual funding went towards that research. Do you think that was necessary?
Unsure. So earlier, this was in our health block in the 5 o'clock show, and Josh said, I have a lot to say on this, so can you put it in the trending block? You did have words to say about it.
And I've said my piece.
Incredible.
Well, now let's pivot to Chick-fil-A, something better, okay? In Maine, one man is being rewarded for the love of his favorite restaurant after accruing thousands of loyalty points. He's a huge fan of Chick-fil-A and visits a location in Bangor, which is in Maine, more than most.
All right, so according to the owner of that specific Chick-fil-A, Craig Mason, goes most days and sometimes even multiple times a day to Chick-fil-A. He loves the grilled chicken salads. Since 2017, he's used hundreds of thousands of loyalty points on his orders, over 500,000 to be exact.
Less than 200 Chick-fil-A customers have that honor. He and his wife were invited to the restaurant where they were presented with a plaque.
And if you're interested on the progress of the Chick-fil-A coming to the Tri-Cities, I emailed Chick-fil-A. They tell me through email that the Kennewick location that's going to be on Canal near Columbia Center Boulevard will be opening sometime in the year of 2025. So nothing more specific than that.
And that's something to be thankful for. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the visibility map real quick. We're seeing fog in the Yakima Valley and in the lower Columbia Basin and in the Blue Foothills. In those areas, you need to take it slow, use the low beams. There maybe could be a thin coating of ice on the roadways as we do have this freezing fog advisory in place until 10 this morning. Right now, temperature is very cold. Most of us below freezing. A little bit later today, we're going to have a hard time warming up above 40.
All right, have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.